Yay! Yay! All right, guys, here we go. Make sure, yeah, it's on the correct one. Looks good. I'm gonna put this over here. Oh, please, please, please remember to treat today the way you want the rest of this Gregorian calendar year to go. While the true new year happens in the spring, the fact that I live within the matrix and must exist within the matrix, and the matrix in and of itself, aka civilization, as is, this human existence operates within the Gregorian calendar. So therefore, I want the world in which I operate in to be as wonderful as possible, to treat me as good as possible. And so therefore, I treat this new year just as well as I would the true new year. So, all right. That being said, let's grab us a little coffee. Had a busy week. Got back late the other night. So I spent all day yesterday getting ready and cleaning and preparing my spaces and everything else like that, even though I was exhausted. Thought I wasn't going to get back till yesterday, but I got back a day early. Or not really, only because I powered through. So anywho, whatever. Anyways, yeah, so let's pull some cards. I was getting a little bit of like a new you type of feeling. I didn't explore it any. Like I wanted it to be fresh when it came out. Does that make sense? So I didn't pull in. I spent more time just feeling it. And I actually spent a lot of time this morning before coming on, like doing things that feel, I don't know, like luxurious and represent how I want to spend this year. So I had to do like a most amazing breakfast, and I've got my cacao that's mixed with mint and all kinds of yummy goodness in here. So yeah. All right. So we're going to get started. We're just going to pull some cards and see what message there is today. So that's why I left it just as a coffee and tarot kind of situation, because it's one of those things where we just get to dip in and find out what's, if there's a message. Explore the energies. So, yummy, yummy, yummy. And of course, the chair is making a debut. Woohoo! Starting the year off right. Hope everybody's had a fantastic week. Oh, this is Divine Doors, by the way. Let me pull some cards first, and then we'll get started. Oh, there's two. I think your time of wishing and wanting is over, because there's going to be a level of experiencing, of having. It literally says, you're not finished, you're not yet done. Dig deeper, because the best is yet to come. And then love is happiness, a spark inside, which I feel like you're coming online. Live deliberately and choose boldly, then you have arrived. When you live in the moment and you choose to experience this experience, that is a cure for any level of void that you might be feeling. Okay. And then it talks about discovering your path, basically, the sacred walkabout. So the best is yet to come. I think this is like motivation for I was about to say hit the ground running, which is one of my favorite little sayings. And they like reined me back in a little bit. So how would you want to put that, Spirit? Like, Like they're giving the word motivation. They keep saying motivation. It is the drive. I feel like okay. So your drive is meant to be living and choosing boldly, like actually living and not sitting on the sidelines. Not needing something to be told to you ahead of time. And then you believe, oh, yes, then it's for me. It is feeling into the moment and choosing it, choosing every moment, like every moment, choosing exactly what it is that you want in that moment. I get the feeling of like not looking at this year as something that is predetermined markers. That the way in which you achieve those markers are going to be acting on your desires. Okay, so let's okay, we got Madame Endor's fortune telling deck. It's not holding the milestone or the marker or the goal. It is just in the doing. And somehow your destined path, like is revealed as a result. It's like Spirit saying, we're not going to tell you what to work towards. We're not going to guide you of what you should and shouldn't do. You're going to act, and we're going to utilize the paths that you are walking to make sure that what is meant for you shows up. They just don't want, it's like they don't want what they have to say to dictate how you move. Oh. Your abilities will be enhanced. Revelry and indulgence, that's the experiencing and doing part, and following your desires. Bright new prospects are on the horizon. What is the barrier that keeps you from your goal? But they just said that that it's about not having, it's about following the desire versus having the goal. Like a desire. I don't think the focus is going to be on long-term plans. All right, let's start. Let's pull in. Let's start. What? Let's pull in. What? What? Okay, they're pulling me. They're having me yank a lot of oracles. We have yet to pull out some. It's not a stain, Terry. It's a burn mark. Not a stain, a burn. Surrendering to the journey. Release control. They're not going to give you this, and this, and then this. It's more like, I feel like they're going to look at you and be like, okay, which direction are you going to go? And they're going to make sure. If you try to mind fuck this year, it's not going to work for you. Shit's not working out. Okay. If you try to figure it out and decipher it like it's some kind of clue and all kinds of shit, it's like, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. It's about doing what lights you up at that time. And that is it's kind of like having like a map, like a treasure map, only it's not showing you the path. You're not going to have some kind of map to follow. Let's put it that way. Okay? There's no map to follow. You're a beacon for others. Oh my God. Enjoy the journey. Okay, guys. And the answers are within. So they're not kidding. This is not a time when you're going to be like, okay, Spirit, now what? The wise leader is you being in the driver's seat now. Remember when we talked about you being in the driver's seat and saying, okay, Spirit, now this is what I want, da, da, da. Like, let me know in the next whatever 20 miles where I could stop for food. Where could I? It's like if it's your co-pilot, you know, the co-pilot isn't going to just up and dictate every which way you go. You're in the driver's seat. You're driving. You have to request whatever it is that you want and desire. You know what I mean? And you don't stop. You know, you don't pull over, you know, go here, give it to me, I'll do it kind of thing. Like you take the phone from Spirit and be like, I'll look for the food. You know, it's like you trust that in this process, what, you know, that Spirit's going to play their part. There's one. Oh, a fresh new way of living emerges. Oh, okie dokie. Okie dokie. So there's a need to release any level of control, and that is I want the predetermined map. Give me the roadmap. Tell me the stops. Tell me that. And the Spirit's like, you tell me the stops, and I'll let you know if it's possible. I'll also tell you what roads are available for you to get to that. You know, like this is a conversation, but it's you calling the shots and then Spirit weaving in and out of that. Like you're not going to have, if you're going to try to Virgo this shit, like I said, if you're going to try to mind fuck this year, it's not going to work. It's not going to happen. Okay? Not happening. I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready. So let's talk a little bit about the barrier keeps you from your goal. Oh, they're giving me that saying, when man plans, God laughs. I feel like there's all like a level of no, like not having a very, like, I don't know if you have a plan in mind, that shit might go to the wayside. I'm just going to tell you, like, it's hilarious. I feel it's more like, okay, tell me about that. What do you mean? Okay, we're going to use the Sun Knight Tarot. What do you mean by that? Because, you know, sometimes you can be like, okay, and when this happens, then I'll do this. And if this happens, da, 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 da. It's just not going to be like that. It's not going to be like that. All that you're meant to do will be shown to you along the path. Your only key here is to follow your desires. Follow what it is that you want. You're not going to get anything. Eight of Swords. A barrier keeps you from your goal. You're going to be the only thing that stands in your way. If you're not willing to do it like this, you will be the reason. Your whole way of living is changing. Somebody here has been exceptionally self-reliant on Spirit telling them yes, no, okay, or giving them some kind of a clue. Yeah, I just feel like that's not how it's going to play. It's not going to pan out like that. Your fears are going to have to, any subconscious fears that you might have in doing things like this they're really going to have to, you're not going to know. You're not going to know. I'm sorry. I feel like saying, like, if you come to Spirit asking questions, you need to be ready to have a conversation to help you explore for you to come to the answer versus Spirit saying this, and this. Like, they're not dictating shit. If you come with a, should I do this? Wrong thing. What are the ramifications or the potential outcomes if I do this? They can give you all kinds of, but you're having to make the fucking decisions this year. You have to follow they're not going to tell you how to get to your path. If you feel like you've got a purpose, a destiny, and you're like, I just don't know what it looks like, they're not going to tell you how to get to it. That's not the way to it. Okay? And if that bothers the shit out of you and it keeps you from moving, that's on you. Answers are within. The answers are within. And it's going to be exceptionally important because of that for you to maintain some semblance of balance between the etheric and your human experience, between your masculine and your feminine, between your etheric, your higher self, and your human self. Like, there's a need, your mental versus intuitive. Yeah, like it's that responsibility is completely on you. It's like there's so much meant to come towards you. Your shit's coming in. There's so much that is meant to, you're meant to receive this year. You really are. But your level of guardedness and defensiveness in the way in which this is going to transpire will dictate how much you receive. Let's see here. So a fresh new way of living emerges. A lot of new prospects are on the horizons. Let's talk about these prospects then. And somehow, and you're being like in this course of action, the way in which you're gonna be required to maneuver, naturally your abilities are going to be enhanced. Your intuition is going to take front and center stage. Okay. But what are some of the bright new prospects that are on the horizon? Let's talk about that. Let's get excited. I've got 2 coming out for that. So we're going to pull from the Fallen Angel Oracle. Caution. It didn't really come out, but it got stuck. So we're going to put it over there. This one did come out. Evaluation. There's something about the color. Choice. Okay, so this is just going to say the only caution they have about this year, again, 8 of Swords type of energy, right, is the idea that this is the Virgo mind fucking this year, the evaluation part piece, the over analysis, the picking things apart, trying to figure something out. They caution you of over evaluating something in order to make a choice. What you're going to have to do is take command, take risks, and continue to move forward, because you get into analysis paralysis way too much, whoever I'm reading for, because that is the thing that's going to put you in the danger of loss. You're going to lose out if you don't just choose. And that's why they're telling you this is the year of following your desire. Ooh, it's a book. Okay. I get between the conflict and the wisdom is the idea of that when you evaluate something and you are analyzing it and such, your constant way of maneuvering is to always avoid any level of conflict. Like, I just don't want to deal with conflict. And they're like, you're intelligent enough and have enough discernment to be able to navigate those things. You don't have to be afraid of any level of conflict, perceived conflict. Okay. I just feel like you're wise enough to be able to navigate and ensure a level of harmony, like a harmonious state. Like giving the temperance card right now. You have enough experience. You understand how to do this. You don't have to be worried about what lies ahead. Like, I don't feel like this is your first rodeo. Does that make sense? I feel like anything you fear is something that you have, quote unquote, already been through, but you also came out the victor in. And they're kind of like, how do you, like, don't be afraid of something that you've already conquered before. Your level of analysis puts you in such a level of exhaustion. It depletes your motivation. That's where the motivation was coming from. I'm about to whip this book out. This is a very methodical, like, like there's not a lot of personality coming out in this. And that's usually when I feel like source is really Oh, yeah. Like, okay, you get mentally exhausted and you get physically exhausted and you lack motivation when you get into this analysis paralysis, when you evaluate something to the point of no return. And they're like, you really need to kind of rein that in. You need to have moderation because disputation is all about, and I'll read it to you. The sword signifies the often divisive power of reasoned argument. And it's they're bringing me back to the divisive power of reasoned argument. It separates you. It separates you from what you desire, from what you're meant to receive, from your destined or your your destined path. You need to be okay with the mystery. You not being okay with the mystery is going to be the thing that. So they're just repeating. Why are we repeating that thing? Because I would like to know about these opportunities that are I might have a completely different path showing up, guys. I saw a Page of Wands with the Two of Pentacles on the, Oh, this is what happens when your wish comes true. When a desire comes true. There's your opportunity. Yep. This is a new area of focus. And I feel like this has something to do with a level of work. Some of y'all are going to be starting a completely new. Yep. This is whatever you have felt called to or have like this draw towards. Your opportunity is going to give you the opportunity to. You wanted this. For some, it's career, and for some, I think it's going to become career. Does that make sense? Like some of you have a particular area of focus within a career sector or career field or passion of yours that you want to be able to follow through with. The Three of Wands, Six of Swords It is like you'll begin receiving when you transition into the thing that you feel is meant for you, is destined for you. So long as you continue to make moves towards the thing that you feel is written. Like it's the idea of like the book, like like there's some kind of plan, even though there's not a plan. It's like all you got to do is instinctively move in whatever way you desire towards this. And if you act on what you feel drawn to, like you're gonna get a wish fulfillment in regards to some massive expansion of opportunity, and it is in regards to either skill sets that you have you may not be utilizing for a career right now, but it's all going to work out towards career. So this is definitely a career, job, prosperity, skill set type of a reading. Okay, guys. Yeah, material work. They're like, yes, work. Okay. Well, thank you for the clarity. I appreciate that. So you're going to receive opportunities in regards to work. You see, okay. It's funny because I get like you feel like you're not floundering, but like you're out there doing it all on your own, trying to figure it out on your own. A hermit card, just following your truth, but you're like, I don't feel like there's any support, any guidance, nothing like that in regards to hermit. And then somebody or something arrives exceptionally fast. It comes in, kind of like very unexpected energy. Ace of Wands is taking you in a new direction with that desire, with that skill set. Tell me about the Knight of, okay. So the idea is to be willing to kind of like as is necessary, right? Hence why they don't want to tell you when something's going to happen or how it's going to happen or how everything, because it reminds me of my child when he was little. Like if I told him we were going to the store after nap, if we didn't go to the store, he would have an ever-loving fit. If you have any child who has severe ADHD or autism or anything else like that, like they won't let you live it down. Okay, like you better not tell them nothing. Otherwise, if it doesn't happen exactly, they will lose their shit because it discombobulates their central nervous system. They just feel like they don't like the uncertainty, and then it feels like they have this sense of justice, and it's like you lied, and it's like it wasn't a lie. Things just change, and so Spirit's not going to do that. I just feel like somebody's weary because of the Seven of Swords and Five of Cups. Like shit hasn't happened before. So a lot of stuff is going to come in unexpectedly because there's a risk of you actually getting into the Eight of Swords. If Spirit, I don't know, there's just something about not telling you everything because you hang on to that shit like it's not even funny, and then you have a difficult time letting go, and then you start building your walls that remember the Nine of Wands, and you get defensive, and so it's like you have to just be, they want you in a desirable state, playing in your energy, being childlike, having curiosity for things, following your desires and your impulses, right? And that is where this is going to, tell me about the King of Cups. Tell me about the King of Cups. I do feel like that's like, it is about choosing where you're going to put your energy in. King of Cups always reminds me of that. It's the idea of like not just pouring my energy or effort into anything. And I think that's the reason why you kind of want a play-by-play, is because you're like, I don't want to waste my energy. And they're like, you're not wasting it if you follow your desire. If something, ooh, this feels good. Ooh, I want to do that. Or, oh, no. And it's like when you follow something outside of that, that's when you will get disappointed. When you actually, I'm just gonna have to call this mind fuck. Like when you mind fuck yourself, that's when you experience your disappointment. Okay. So things are just gonna have to happen like this out of nowhere. Take you and you, yeah. If you think you're going to be able to make something happen, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You're not going to be able to make something happen. Let me situate this. There's the 8 of Swords again. There's the 9 of Wands again. Like, yeah. It becomes too much for you when you get caught up in this this defensive stance, and you get into the very Virgo energy, and you exhaust yourself to the ends, trying to figure things out, and then you kind of like stop until you know exactly what's what. Like that's where your oppressive energy comes from. That's how life becomes exceptionally oppressive and too much for you. It'll be too much. You can't do that. You cannot do that. Queen of Wands with the Ace of Cups. If it doesn't fill you up, if it doesn't nurture you, if it doesn't, like, I just get the energy of like, if it doesn't fill your cup up, if it doesn't turn you on this year, then you don't do it. Queen of Wands is it a badass energy of feeling herself, being in her power, luxury, kind of like indulgence, which we had. Let me just remind you, we have that. I know it's underneath all of this. Revelry and indulgence, that will serve you. That will serve you this year. That's how you come into contact with these prospects. All right, so once this career focus shows up, does it show up, or is it just that you live into it? Let's find out. It'll love you back if you love it. Ooh, I didn't realize what I was saying. It'll love you back if you love it. Okay. Good. Okay. It'll love you back if you love it. Oh, shit. All right. Damn. There's so many ways where this, that is your motto for the year. It'll love you back if you love it. If you get into one of those Virgo-y, over-analysis, paralysis type of energies, this is the question you need to ask. Do I love it? It's almost as if Spirit's like, I'm not going to tell you the answer because you know the answer. That's why the answer is within. Pardon me. So like automatically, if you don't love it, I'm going to tell you right now, Spirit ain't got to say shit. It's not going to love you back. It will not love you back. That is your answer. 2024. Do you love it? If not, it will not love you back. If you do, it will love you back. You will then receive. Your ships will come in. Things will improve. Huh. Well, I don't know why they couldn't have given it to me earlier, because that would have been very, sometimes they let me struggle, but alrighty then. I don't think that you need to know anything else other than You'll find your way. Okay. Things will happen fast. Things will take off very fast. You'll be able to expand on what, if you desire it and you want it and you love it. So if you have an area of focus that you want to get into in regards to career or how do I put this? Like a skill set or a passion of yours, and you're like, will anything come of this? And it's like, seriously, like the only way something's going to come of it is if you love it. If you love it, it will love you back. But if you go into this like it's a chore and you try to mind fuck it and you try to do all kinds of things, it will not love you back. You will find yourself stuck. So you better only do what makes you feel good, what you love doing. Okay. I feel like I want to go back to the time traveler, or is it the time? Why did I say time traveler? Is it the time traveler? What is this fucking thing called? Sacred Traveler. Oh Lord, why did Time Traveler come out? Damn. I think you hold the control of how quickly something transpires. So let's go back to this. You have to enjoy the journey. You gotta release control. You are a beacon for others. Let's talk about that a little bit. Yep, they want a secret tarot. Ooh. I feel like you call people to task. Like if you take the first step, others will follow. Other people will answer the call. That's what they're saying. If you choose to do this, then other people will follow your lead. They will answer the call. Oh, Lord have mercy. You'll receive justice by doing this. You'll receive that which you feel like you have lacked. 5 of Cups. He's found the 2 cups. He knows that's the way. You know this. You already know what you need to do. Whoever I'm talking to, you already know it's a matter of the doing. And this is like the preparatory conversation. And you thought Spirit was going to walk in here and be like, do this, this, and this is the next step. And they're like, we want you to come to us with the questions and conversations about the next step. We're not going to come to you and tell you, do this, do that, do, because it's not going to work out that way. You have to come back online. You've got to enjoy this experience. You've got to do what you love, right? That is how things come back into balance. That's how you reap your rewards. You take this leap of faith. You follow. You step into, I just heard the limelight, which I mean, to me says like, it's like you become visible. You will become visible. Whatever it is that you want to be seen for. And you know what to do. You know what to do to bring things into balance. You know what is in alignment with you. But the 5 of Cups isn't the 6 of Cups yet. You haven't yet stepped into that. You have to accept the other cup, right? That's the idea of the 2 of Cups. You have to accept, answer the call for what is in alignment with you. And you know it by the way in which it feels. I wish that card had come out. You know the truth by the way that it feels. So, okay. But there's still something about you stepping out and then other people following suit. So, This was very like unemotional, very matter of fact, to the point. And sometimes I feel like my personality comes across very boring when that happens. But when that happens, that is a telltale sign that's directly from source. That is not from like that. There's a lack. I'm not tapping into your energy. I'm not tapping into any ancestral anything. I am strictly source. Is straight up saying this is how you start your year. This is the tone for the rest of your year. If you love it, it will love you. Alrighty, I'm gonna hop off. I feel like in and of it, that's the best nutshell that I could give you. And that's literally all you need to know. So I hope everybody has a fantastic January 1st. I will definitely be back on later this week. And I hope everybody has a fantastic, wonderful day. Okay?